Hello Aquarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could be in the past. This could also be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be someone who you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy and chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. A tough one. We have boundaries. Somebody here has not been very truthful. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Okay, goodness gracious me. Wow. So, we have here some type of, or a sort of, third-party situation. Third-party doesn't necessarily mean somebody's having an affair, but it could. It could also mean that there is an attachment to something else. This could be another person, a project, an organization, work, career. Could be anything like that. But an attachment to something else where the time, energy, and effort is not being spent on you. First card's the strongest. We have here rhythms, followed by wild woman, boundaries, laughter, beauty, abundance, power, doubt, and then we have shape-shifting under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aquarius, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. It doesn't matter what disguise I have. It doesn't matter the time, the costume, my clothes, the location. Something happens in this connection where I think that we have moved on from that cycle, and yet I get dragged and pulled back into it. So do you. Certain things in this connection, they are repetitive. They come and go, come and go. It repeats a little too much. It's difficult for me to break free from that. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. You are that boom. A constant reminder that you're out there. And this constant obsession that has started, it's difficult for me to let go and to stop thinking about certain things that I have said and done. I have not been so truthful. I have not spoken the truth. Sometimes there has been deception, deceit, suspicion, sneaky behavior, and myself keeping secrets from you. Not really opening up. Now the problem is, because there's a lack of me opening up, there is a lack of truth and faith in this connection. I understand that you don't trust me, and it's because of the things that I have said and done. I understand that. What I also have an issue with now is the fact that I've lost that trust forever, and I feel I'll never gain it back. Because of these terrible choices that I've made, the only thing I could possibly do is put up boundaries. Because I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to communicate with you because of what I did. Putting up boundaries allows me to turn a blind eye, to pretend as if nothing ever happened, to pretend as if this doesn't exist. The responsibility that should weigh on my shoulders, I am free of that responsibility. Why? Because putting up a boundary is so much easier. Is it the right thing to do? I know it's not. But for me, it's the only thing that makes me feel comfortable right now. Because I don't know how to reach out. I've also put a block and a boundary on the friendship that we have. I think of you as my friend, my confidant, someone who I can rely on, trust with my life. You have this way of making me laugh. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. I feel this sense of relief. This beautiful feeling that comes through me. Everything feels right. You know me so well, like no other. I also feel that I have finally recognized the true beauty in you. Not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your personality, your character, your charm, your charisma. You are like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day, and you are one with nature. You also have the ability of showing me my true self, a reflection in a mirror. I don't like what I see. I see someone who has been very selfish, conniving, cunning. Someone who was not so truthful. Someone who was selfish, only thinking about themselves. I wasn't thinking about anybody else, and it was almost as if it was a sport. I also feel that in this connection, me settling down financially, money, has been a concern. I have been sneaky about this too, taking advantage of you at certain points in time. This desire that I have to be as a power couple, to work together, to work as a team and achieve something. I hope one day that would come true, but there are secrets, and there's a disadvantage to all of this coming from my side. This is how anybody in your shoes would feel. I understand that you have been sometimes in the alpha state, always the one who's a leader, the go-getter, the person who initiates things, the one who always makes that effort. But even all of that, for me, seems very complicated and difficult. I find it difficult because now I'm unable to be with you the way that you want me to. So I put up boundaries. I also feel very powerless. I feel emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. Certain things that you have said and done, they make me feel in a certain way. This feeling that I have, this understanding of you being powerful, it makes me powerless. And I don't want to be powerless. which is why I've put up boundaries. I also doubt now that in this connection anything might work out. I don't know. But I also doubt, because of the lack of faith and trust, that the friendship that used to be, that might not even work out either. Yes, I am quite dismissive of certain good aspects, certain things that could happen in this connection. I'm very negative now. I'm not thinking about things positively. Overall, no matter who I'm with, no matter what I'm doing, what direction I'm in, my mind is always turned towards you, yearning and longing for you. You are a very sweet distraction. For now, I want to see if I can stop this repetitive cycle, this rhythm that just keeps coming and going. I need for things to be better. I need to fix things and make things better. All right, Aquarius. There are secrets here, and it almost appears to me as if somebody got into this connection with someone else, but then one of you didn't know that somebody else was involved in this connection as well, or that your person of interest had something else in terms of a commitment. This could be literally for a job. It could be like a career move. It could be a contract. It could be taking care of a sick loved one. It could be any type of responsibility that they just cannot let go of. Which is the reason why they can't give you that time, energy, and effort that you deserve. This is one of the reasons why there's distance. So it does appear that the both of you were close at some point, but now there's boundaries. And this person did this on purpose. Why? Because they do feel that they were not 100% truthful. They may have said a few sentences, and they should have said the correct sentences, but they kind of twisted things around a bit, or even omitted, took things out of those sentences so that you don't know the full truth. But that's also considered a lie. Misleading information. All right. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. Interesting. You have two cards here. So this particular deck, I like to have a look at this deck, and I go a little bit into the past history. What happened in the past in this connection where things were once upon a time very good, they were going great, and then all of a sudden things just went downhill. Everything that was sweet has now become sour. The deck that I had before, that is the current situation. And the deck that I have now, this is something that happened in the past. So this is for those of you that may feel that your person of interest had ghosted you. There is a lack of closure. Perhaps they took you for granted. They have not been communicating with you as much as they used to. And so you're just simply wondering, where are we in this connection? Is this connection headed anywhere? These I read in the reverse. First card's the strongest. We have here love. Here, and remember, I'm reading the reverse. Here it talks about feeling unworthy of love. Manipulating others with sexuality. Immaturity and irresponsibility in love relationships. Game playing. Here, there was a need to have the awareness of the nature of passionate love and what was needed to encourage it. There was a lack of peace that was found within oneself. And this person wanted a sense of love that transforms the world around them, as well as yourself. But because they started feeling unworthy of love, they thought, what the heck, let me just manipulate with sexuality. And then there was a sense of immaturity and irresponsibility. So when we say feeling unworthy of love, this is because of that card that we had earlier, shape-shifting. Their attention is somewhere else, but it's also towards you. However, the attention might not be so much towards you, which is why they felt that I'm doing something wrong here and I'm unworthy of love. However, I cannot let go of my Aquarius. And so that's where we get that whole manipulation part coming through. We also have here the 6 of Coins. It's almost like that attitude, to heck with it. I'll get what I can. I'll take what I can. And we'll see where the rest lands. With the 6 of Coins, it does talk about, wow, using wealth to manipulate others. Giving and having expectations in return, and resenting those who even need help. So, twice you have gotten the word manipulation. That is a key word in this reading. Manipulation. So some of you have been manipulated. And this person has given only on the basis of, you know what, if I give, I expect something in return. Now love, all of us know, love is supposed to be selfless. Of course, manners and etiquettes, we expect the other person to return the favor, right? But you never do or take an action thinking that, yes, this person owes me, okay? The issue here is that that person actually thought like that. That's not good. And there's a lot of manipulation here. We have here the King. The King of Cups. The King of Cups here, it talks about a desire to have more control over the aspirations, but the need to stop fantasizing and finally get back to work. Inconsistency and unreliability. So we have inconsistent, unreliable, manipulative. That's what this person was, unfortunately. And it got to the point where they just realized they can't keep doing this to you, especially with the manipulation. Because they're manipulating you so much, they finally grew a conscience, and that's why now you have that boundaries card. It's a good thing. Sometimes we think these things are nasty and we can forgive the other person. However, this is something that's karmic. Karmic, you don't have to necessarily be karmic partners, but somebody has done something wrong and they have realized that they've done something wrong, and therefore they need to take a step back and learn from their mistake. That is nothing bad. So when we are at a distance from this person, we actually shouldn't feel bad about that, because now this individual is growing and they're learning. They're trying to be a better human being. Many of you may say, no matter what they do, they can't be a better human being. I understand. All right, let's have a look at the beginners. Ooh, the beginner's tarot. Look at that. Okay, not a bad card at all. One of my favorites. The Knight of Cups. So these are any actions, any plans, any intentions that your person of interest may have towards you. Oh my God. You got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So we are dealing with finances and money. Yeah, you remember earlier you had the card Abundance. And above Abundance, you had another card. I don't recall which one that was, but have a look, go back, and there's something that I had talked about. But what I'm seeing here is that there is a little bit of a struggle or sneaky behavior. Yeah, sneaky behavior. Yeah, manipulation, wealth manipulation. This person was manipulating you financially in a way. So for a very small portion of you, this could be somebody who's basically living with you, living off of you, and it gets to the point where now they're just using you. Or they have borrowed something from you, they just haven't given something back. They borrowed money, borrowed your car. It could be anything. But it's to do, ultimately, there's a monetary value for what they have done, and there's a disadvantage to you. So this is something that's going on here, and this is like another storyline in between the main story that you have going on. It's a little bit of drama here. It's not nice. This is not nice. Manipulation is very nasty. They are not collecting any karma points with that one. So we have here the Knight of Cups. That is a very good card to have. And it does talk about love. So there is love now. This is somebody, a return from the past. Someone who you have had a romantic connection with. Somebody who you have wished for. It is that person who is going to be coming back into your life. Before there was a doubt. But now this person's coming back into your life slow and steady, holding that cup, being very careful, very gentle. Now this individual is approaching you like a knight. They're not approaching you like a king. So the approach is going to be very soft, very gentle. But the Ten of Wands. Absolute and utter overwhelmment. They are so overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. They have taken on too many responsibilities. This is circumstances that they find themselves stuck in. They cannot let go of. This could literally be family related too. If this is a third party situation where somebody's having an affair, this individual does love you, but they also have an issue. How do they let go and release from the other party that they're with? So that's for a small portion of you. But for the majority of you, yes, this person's very overwhelmed. They're not thinking straight. They can't take on this relationship because their time, energy, and effort is being divided somewhere else. We also have here the Ace of Cups, wanting to give you love. An offer of love and truce, reconciliation. Please forgive me. That type of situation I see. And they're also doing this because they think, now remember this, they're thinking here of you as feminine energy. You could be a man, doesn't matter. The feminine energy here is somebody who's very giving, giving financially. So they consider you as somebody who they can always rely on, depend on. The problem is that manipulation? For some of you, it might be. For others of you, it might not be. But be a little careful when it comes to your heart versus your wallet. It happens all the time, all around the world. A lot of people get jaded, and they feel jaded. And it's because of the experiences that they've gone through. And out of the goodness of your heart, you may want to help somebody, but sometimes helping is in your benefit, and sometimes helping is only in their benefit. So be careful financially. The overall arching theme we have is the King of Pentacles. So this is definitely somebody that wants to have a connection with you. And they also want to be someone who is settled financially. And when I say financially, it also means that the both of you are working together. I think I mentioned that before. Working as a team, working as a power couple. I did say the team, didn't I? When I was talking about abundance card. The abundance card is the goddess Lakshmi. That says of money, abundance. And so there was this desire to be working like a team, but to also work together, and whatever type of finances you know, we'll get through this together. That's a sort of situation. It is actually a really nice card. Both of these cards, they're really good because this shows a couple who is a power couple who can work together, and there's love. There's love all around here. The only thing here is that understand they may not be able to give you all of their time, energy, and effort because they are bogged down with a lot of other responsibilities and things that they just cannot let go of. So yes, they are definitely reaching out to you. All right, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, we have here, if you believe, followed by my past life card, romance. So one of the reasons why some of you're unable to let go, it's truly because this is a past life spiritual connection. In a past life, you could have been, and this could also be, now there's past life spiritual connections, there's also spiritual connections that are in the future life, meaning that hasn't taken place yet physically in the 3D, but in the spiritual realm, it's already been written. So when you're in the spiritual realm, you can actually recognize that individual, but because time, the past, present, and the future is all at one point, so everything just seems as if it's fluidic, it's all happening at the same time. There's no concept of time. However, in this connection, either you are from the future that you're supposed to be together 100 years from now, 200 years from now. These are when I do past life readings. There's a small portion that I get. There's like a few, I would say maybe 3 to 4% of people where I do future life readings because that's the only time you're going to meet. The majority is all in the past life. So usually when I see these relationships, this is somebody who's a long-term partner, somebody who is a lover, somebody who is a spouse, and these are long-term relationships. This could be karmic partner, twin flame, soulmates. But this is why, Aquarius, even if this person has been taking and taking, you find it difficult not to give because you do love them and you feel bound to them. It's not even, it's like you're spiritually bound. You are spiritually bound, but you're also chemically bound to this person. Right, you have an extra card. So if you put that intention and set that intention, we do have here, if you believe. So definitely putting in that belief will create and manifest for you many other positive things. And we do have here romance, which is the past life card. You are ready. Certain things have happened in this connection where it's been very difficult. And what I'm seeing here is that you are ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically to receive some sort of information that's going to come to you in the future that's going to make things better for you. There's two things here, two groups. For some of you, the information that's going to come to you is of this individual, and there's going to be something better than the situation that you're in right now. For others of you, you're going to be receiving more information. You're going to be ready to tackle that. But instead of there's something better, there's going to be someone better coming into your life. Either way, a compromise is necessary in order for both parties to be happy. So we have to have, I'm getting the word equilibrium. So we do have to have an equal give and take. So with this, it's you let go of a little bit, they let go of a little bit. You accommodate them, they accommodate you, and then you meet in the middle. It can't be that, yeah, you have that here, be assertive. It can't be that you're going to be bending over backwards, just accommodating the person, just because you love them. And I know it's difficult sometimes when we have be assertive. It means that there's a lack of self-esteem. There's low self-esteem in an individual. And so we beg. We hold legs. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. There's this fear that this person's going to walk out. Yes, that's love, and that is fearful. But there's also you. There's a whole lot of you. There's your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. And if one of that gets broken, then you become unhealthy. And that is why you have this here too. Improving health. Improving health. Health is wealth. Health is happiness. You need to have your health. If you don't have that, nothing's really going to work in your life. You won't be able to help yourself or others. So health is first and foremost the priority. You have to take care of yourself. And when you compromise, the health of both individuals here will improve, because then that stress and that worry will be less. We also have here, be assertive. So going back to that low self-esteem situation. With the manipulation, a small part of you, not you specifically, but a small group of you, you are allowing yourselves to be manipulated financially, in the sense that you are giving money to this person simply because you want to keep them in this relationship. And I understand that everybody has a different reason to be in a relationship. That's perfectly fine. And from the other person's point of view, from your point of view, it may make sense. And that's totally okay. However, if it changes you as a person, if it's changing you as a human being, you need to think about that twice, because you're not going to be happy. Under all that wrapping, it's still going to be the same you, even if you cover up these layers and try to be a different person. Eventually, that wears away and the original you comes out, and then the other person is like, what happened to you? Why are you so different? So you have to be your authentic self, because what I'm seeing here, somebody's taking advantage of somebody and somebody's letting them, simply because there's a need and a desire to be in a relationship, because there's fear associated with this. The fear is, I'm going to lose someone. Not only that, but you guys are spiritually bound to each other, so it just, honestly, that makes matters so much worse, because it's very difficult to let go of somebody that you have a past life connection with or spiritual connection with. That's why it says, sure, you don't have to let go. It doesn't say that here. You didn't get the let go card, because there is a let go card, but it does say to come to a compromise in order for both of you to be happy and have an equal give and take. Now, in the olden days, on the scales, they would weigh and they would measure. What would they measure? They would measure commodities, items, but it would have value. They would measure valuable things, gold even, right? And that's where you get your King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, because there has to be an equal give and take. This storyline is a lot about money right here. And you had that, you had abundance before. You have that whole manipulation thing going on. Person was sneaky, not being very truthful. So just be a little careful, Aquarius. Now, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme here is unlikely. That's really interesting, because that does show me that expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. The one good thing about, this whole reading was the fact that you did get the Ace of Cups, and you also got the Prince, not the Prince, but the Knight of Cups. So this is someone who is going to come back into your life, slow, steady, very romantic, very soft, very gentle, in a very youthful and vibrant sort of way. So take care of your wallet, take care of yourself, and think about setting new boundaries, healthy boundaries with that assertive card. Be more assertive. Let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, because that is the true you. And if they love you, then they love you. If they don't, then you'll know. But you don't know till you try. All right, Aquarius, that is your reading. For those of you that may be interested in a past life reading, I do past life readings, and you can have a look at my website. If it's unavailable, feel free to send me an email and I'll put you on the waiting list. Also, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel on YouTube called Asnointia Audio. Hopefully, fingers crossed, my subscribers. I will be uploading something very soon now. I have videos there on relationship-related advice, negative energies, what and who are negative energies, also past life and spiritual connections. So have a look at specifically that part if you want. If you don't have time, have a look at those specific videos because it'll probably resonate a lot with you and you'll understand why you feel this connection with this individual. Why is it so strong? And how is it that they've allowed you, or how is it that you have allowed yourself to just be immersed in this person's, I don't want to call it a game, but there was game playing. You don't want to be played like a fool. You're not a fool. You're just someone who's in love. And that is good karma. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to have ultimate peace because you know you've done the right thing. All right, Aquarius, that is your reading. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated with you. I do read the comments. All right, I'll see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.